So last demo session, we have talked about what is cloud, different cloud companies, what is Oracle Cloud, what are different tools and products are available in Oracle Cloud, what is Fusion applications, and Fusion applications, what are different domains we have, what is supply chain management, what are different jobs in supply chain management we have, and what syllabus we are going to cover in our training, and how we can create one username and password for ourselves, and what are different versions. This all we have discussed. So any doubts in this previous session, please. We will have a doubt session for a couple of minutes. This previous demo session I have already uploaded in our YouTube channel. I hope you have already received the notification.
Hey Chandra, good morning. So I
Yes.
haven't received any notification as such. So will I receive that to my email ID or
No. You can if you subscribe for our YouTube channel, you will get automatic.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So now in this session, we are going to discuss about FSM, Functional Setup Manager. This is all we are going to discuss here. We'll discuss about FSM and then security console this today. So FSM stands for Functional Setup Manager. Functional Setup Manager. So whenever we are working in the real time or in our demo instances, we will be using the FSM to configure the functional setups. Okay, FSM stands for Functional Setup Manager. Okay, so in if you are from EBS background, EBS stands for E-Business Suite. It's one of the another ERP product from Oracle Corporation. It's a very old product. Oracle earlier it was having different ERPs. I'll just give the details just for knowledge purpose. Oracle ERP products. What are different ERP products? One is Oracle applications. It is there from 1997. We used to call it as EBS also, E-Business Suite. E-Business Suite. We used to call it as E-Business Suite. Yes. Then PeopleSoft. Then JD Edwards. After that, Siebel. And then recently, cloud product is their NetSuite. This is, and then again, Fusion applications. Right now, this NetSuite and Fusion applications, both are cloud ERP products. NetSuite is for small clients. Let's say there is a client who is having business in single country with multiple business units having less than 4,000 or 5,000 employees. They will be using this NetSuite. When it comes for Fusion applications, this is for medium and large scale industries, even small also. But these two ERPs are like right now cloud. And another one is EBS. This is on-premise. This is not cloud ERP. Client has to buy this software and they can install in their server. They can go for implement according to their requirement. It's very old ERP from 1997. A lot of customers are there, but this is not compatible for digital or mobility or analytics or web applications. This is not compatible. This is Windows based. When I say Windows based, let me show you how it looks like. See this type of forms. These are Windows based forms. This is okay, not the web applications. So it's very old here, not but there are some clients, large number of clients for Oracle has acquired these three ERP products, but now there is no PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, and Siebel. In 2012, Oracle has acquired all these three ERP products. No more ERP, this implementations we don't find now, only for existing clients. This person, they are going to give the support. They are providing the support just for knowledge purpose. So if they ask you in the interview or something, we are getting the data from EBS. So we should not say that what is EBS, right? Yeah, it's another ERP product, which is on premises. Your client might be using that. So these three, we can just remember this. Now we are working here in Fusion applications. Again, as I said, there will be a finance, there will be a HCM, there is a SCM, there is a CRM. We are working here, SCM, supply chain management, right? We are working over here in supply chain management. Let's come back to our applications here. So we are talking about understanding the application process through FSM. So first we'll discuss what is FSM. FSM stands for Functional Setup Manager. Whenever we are implementing the application to the client, we will be doing the functional and as well as the technical setups, functional setups as well as technical setups. Those all will do it from this environment. We call this as both functional and technical. Here it is. Okay, so we are going to have this financials here. So once we enter into the FSM, go to actions, go to offerings. Here in the offerings, we'll come to know what are the domains your client has subscribed. Financials, procurement, inventory, product management means it's an inventory, and service. This all we will find. Workforce deployment, workforce development, sales. Where is supply chain management? Whenever we combine this order management, product management, procurement, then it will become as a supply chain management here. Manufacturing, it comes separate, manufacturing modules. Okay, mainly we'll be working with our order management, product management, and procurement. And procurement we are going to discuss. Okay, so whenever I click on the order management, we'll come to know here whether your client is subscribed for this offering or not, whether your client is subscribed or not. So here procurement, so we can see that procurement is enough. This is a visible purpose. So whenever we are working in the project, once we log in, if we want to know what are the offerings are enabled for this instance, what are the modules your client, what are the modules your client is going to work here, that we can find out. What are the modules your client is working here, that we can find here, just for informational purpose. Okay, now where do we find the same list? Here Here we can find financials, Fusion Accounting Hub, help desk, manufacturing, marketing, order management, procurement, like this. We can find manufacturing, supply chain, product management. So now we are going to work. Supply chain material management, order management, procurement, product management. This is all we are going to talk about. This is all we are going to practice. This is all we are going to practice over here. It is. Okay, this is called our supply chain management. So whenever we are working with FSM, first what we have to do, we have to create an implementation project. We need to create one implementation project here. So what is implementation? Just now we have seen about offerings, different options, how to enable offerings. Enable, we don't need to do anything here. The system will come up with enabled status if your client is subscribed. See, HCM communicate is there. This instance is not subscribed for this. This instance is not subscribed for this. So your client cannot go for work with this, right? So it is not enabled over here. It is. It is not enabled over here. It is, right? Let's go for implementation project. What is implementation project? So implementation project is nothing but group of setups which we want to implement for our client. Generally, it is created by the project management level. They'll go for create. They are going to specify the list of modules implementing to the client. Let's say our client is MRF client, MRF supply chain management. Let's say management has decided to complete this project in 1 year. Complete. Generally, cloud implementation projects, so minimum 6 months, maximum 1 year implementation. After implementation, there will be a support, maintenance, post-production support. These all things will be continued. These all things are going to be continued over here. It is. We will find here. So click next button. An implementation project. We are going to choose the list of modules which we want to implement to the client. For example, client today is telling that we'll implement only procurement. After 3-4 months, we'll see the inventory. Yes, you can go for add anytime. This is just for reporting purpose. So implementation project is nothing but a group of offerings which we want to implement for our client. Okay, so right now I want to implement only procurement module for my client. So choose this procurement. When I choose procurement, within this, it is going to show the list of modules: purchasing, supplier portal, sourcing, supplier qualification, procurement contracts, procurement. This is analytics automatically comes for every module. That's not an worry. Now I want to implement purchasing. Check this checkbox. We want to go for implement purchasing. Again, in purchasing, self-service procurement you want to implement or you don't want. We will use this. We are going to implement this also. Okay. So this is how we are going to implement an implementation project process. So I have selected only procurement. Later, if you want to add other, we can go for add. Save and open the project here. It will take some time to choose all these options here. It is.
So Chandra, basically this is after the fact, right? Basically, once you procure the license for these offerings, then only you'll be able to do all this, right?
Yes, yes. The client will go for subscribe from Oracle. Client will get a subscription. So Oracle will provide the URL credentials with all license. Yes. So once they'll give this project to some TCS or Wipro or Infosys or Accenture, Deloitte. Then they'll
Okay.
recruit the functional and technical guys. Now we are going to start the project.
Okay.
We are going to create implementation project. So implementation project is nothing but just we'll group the modules and start working on that. For
Okay.
example, manager will get an idea. Once the implementation, what we have done, we selected this implementation project, right? Let me make it
Right.
as full screen. Yes, there is a button here, overview. So manager can log in and check this project status. What is that? MRFSC. Okay, total 298 setups we have to do. So far, we have not assigned any setup to my employees, means my team. We have not assigned, 0. Still project status is 0, not started. We can, manager can track based on the status, based on the resource, assignment details, and other things. Now the manager is going to assign some task to the employees. They can go for, it's like some companies, they will be using separate tool to track the project. For example, they might be using GitHub, or they might be using some ticketing tool type of things to know the project
Right.
status. What Oracle says, you can do all those things here itself.
Oh.
But generally, it is not that much comfortable because those tools are designed specifically to manage the project. But this is just Oracle is showing that you can do everything here itself. That's what, like this, assign the task to the users.
Right. Okay. And check the status of the task, how much has been completed.
Yes, changes, and during that development, what problems we have faced. This all we will be getting. And who has started this task, when they have completed, whether they have completed with success status, whether they have completed with error status. This all we will find here. It is.
Okay.
So this is about the implementation project where. So we can do the setups from implementation project, or we can search for the task. For example, in procurement module, I want to do the setups. Go to procurement. In procurement, you want to do supplier setup or approval setup, or procurement foundation, or item setups, or self-service. We can choose that and we can go for do the setups here. For example, there is a currency setup which is global. I don't know where that task is there, whether it is there in procurement or finance or help desk. I'm not sure about exactly that setup where we have to do. Then we can go for global search here. Here we can go for global search. In the global search, what happened? If you search for any particular task here, then it will look for the all domains. It will look for all the domains, means finance, HCM, supply chain management. From all the places, we'll try to get this information. Here it is. Okay. Excuse me. So this is about the implementation project, how we can go for include that in implementation project, how to assign the task to team members. Just now we assigned the task, how to track that task over here. Let me show you the implementation project, whatever we have done. Let's go to the task, manage implementation project. Choose the project overview. Just now, assignment task 129 tasks we have assigned for some group of people or individual people that we have assigned here. It is right. That's how it is going to work. Yes. So whenever we are working in the Fusion applications in the cloud environment, like other ERPs, we used to call it as domains. Other ERPs and cloud Fusion, we'll call it. Here we used to call it as domains, like finance domain, supply chain management domain, and we used to call it as HCM domain, like that. But here we call it as a offerings. Here we, within the domain, will find modules here. Here we are going to find the modules, we call it as a features. Within the modules, we used to have the menus. Here we call it as a task list. And here within the menus, we'll find either form or function. We call it as either form or function. We call it as a task here. We'll be calling it as task over here it is. So these are different options we'll find over here it is. Different options we are going to find over here it is. Okay. So these names generally we call, instead of calling it as module or menu, we call it as a task list here. Instead of calling it as a form, we call it as a task over here it is. Then these are the words we'll be using, but still, of course, we can use these words also, like supply chain management, SCM domain. Yeah, we can call it as that also, but official word is SCM offerings, like product, excuse me, procurement offering, order management offering, like that. Modules means features, menu means task list. For example, when we log into the applications, whenever we choose implementation project, let I say this is our purchasing. This is what we call it as our task list, nothing but a menu. Within that, we'll find a task, nothing but a setups. Okay, so open this project. We're trying to work here. This all are the setups we'll be doing. So this is how we can go for work with the FSM. And of course, we'll be working with always FSM here. In FSM, we will be performing all our setups, functional setups, and also we'll be doing the technical setups also in FSM environment. We will see that one by one. Next, another one is a security console. So what is security console? Security console is nothing but managing the users, managing the roles, create the roles. Manage means it comes as a create, update, delete, all the things comes under the management over here. All the things comes under the over here it is. Let's go for this application here. Go to security console. This is an environment where we are going to manage the users, where we are going to manage the roles over here, manage the users and roles over here it is. We are trying to perform. We can create a roles and we can customize the roles. So what is role? Role is nothing but an access to the application. When employee log into the applications, what he has to access and what he should not access. Depends on the roles, user can perform the tasks. We call it as a RBAC. RBAC stands for role-based access control. Role-based access control. RBAC stands for role-based access control. Based on the role, user can go for access this particular application. Okay. So, for example, buyer is there. Buyer should access only procurement buying activities. Salesperson is there. He is supposed to access only order management sales. Here it is. So this is all we are going to specify over here it is. Okay. So we will be creating the roles. We will be customizing the roles, and we are supposed to give the role provisioning option to our employees. Okay. This is all we are going to do. Last class we did this, how to create a user and how to assign the roles. But next level, we'll be working with the all role provisioning rules, and we'll be creating all these options here. Okay. Overview of delivering the roles. This right now we are not going to work here. For example, if you want to create a new role, we can create from here. This is the place where we can go for create a role. whatever the access, either function security or data security or any other roles you want to go for call, we can call it from here. Role hierarchies. We will be able to find here it is. So this is our job, again, creating the roles for our requirement. Based on that, based on the user's requirement, we'll be working with. There are different categories like abstract roles, duty roles, job roles. This all will be working here. It is. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
Sir, one doubt actually. Sir, this role is synonymous to responsibilities in R12. I mean,
Yes,
is it
exactly.
a similar concept?
Exactly. In Oracle applications, we used to have the responsibility. We were assigning the responsibility to the user. When you assign the responsibility, user can access the menu, right? And also user can access some programs from SRS window. Same thing here also. If you assign the role to the user, user can access the menu. Menu is nothing but navigator. This user can access. Let me take one example so that it will be clear about the rules. It takes just 10 minutes of demo. So what I'm doing is I'm going to hire one employee. Let me hire one employee. So go to financials, manage users. I'm hiring an employee. When we are hiring an employee, system will ask us for which company you are hiring an employee. Company means legal entity. And which branch you are hiring employee. I'm mentioning that here. Madan Kumar, the name of the employee, mail ID. That's the username I'm assigning. My employee name is Madan Kumar, and this is the username I'm assigning. I'm mentioning that he is not a contract employee or retired employee, or he is not a student worker. And I'm just mentioning he's not a apparently. So I'm mentioning that he's an employee, permanent employee. For which legal employee? Nothing but for which company? Our company name is US1. For which branch? US1 branch. Business unit is nothing but a branch. For which branch you are going to have this employee for US1. So you can assign for which department, location, manager, who is the manager, job and grade. I'm not going to put all those things. It's not required for us right now. So I just hired an employee. So for this employee, I already mentioned that I want this user last name dot first name. I already specified that I need this username. So once username is assigned, go to security console, because all users information will be managed from user management security console. Go to security console, users tab, search for your username. Now this is the username. What is the status? Active. It's not log. And worker name, person number, branch. No roles so far. When without roles also, employee can log in and application, he can go for connect, but he cannot perform any activities. He cannot perform any activities. Right now, I'm not going to assign any role. Let me just log out and log in with this new employee. Now, this is the employee, Madan Kumar. See, when employee go to navigator, nothing, because we have not assigned any roles. We have not assigned any role to this employee. Okay, nothing, just general standard, whatever basic options are there, that you will get it. Let's say I'm going to assign employee role. Employee role is basically will be used to update the self information. If employee wants to apply the leaves like that. So let me log in as an admin. Admin means a person who is having the access to security console. We call him as admin. So what admin is doing? Admin can manage the roles and as well as the users. Yes, please. Any doubts?
Yeah, if you look at when you log in as that new employee without roles, he's able to have tools and reports and analytics under it. And if you click on reports and analytics, it will take you to the OTBI, which I believe it can actually see some reports without rows. Is there a way we can take that report analytics out?
He can go to reports and analytics. He can view the file name, but he cannot run the file, or he cannot open the file. For example, BI reports is there. If you want to develop the BI report or customize the BI report or execute the BI report, what user is required is BI admin role, BI administrator role is required.
Yeah, I know he's not here. He's not able to run anything, but he can at least view.
Yes, yes.
What about if you don't want the user to view anything at all? Because I believe that report analytics will take the user to the OTBI and he should be able to view it. And if you look at it, we have not assigned any roles.
You don't want to give that permission also, is it?
Yes.
So that just for he can view that. Without that also, I don't think so, because any other role is there. For example, your doubt is that's and tools menu, and if we go for reports and analytics here, and go to browse catalog.
So if you go to the share folders custom, I believe you should be able to see if we have something there.
No, it is only in our, see, when I go to shared folders, for example, financials or supply chain management or recruitment, he can view this data. But here it is a demo instance. That's why we are able to view. But when it comes for our what do you call fresh instance, so user will not be able to control. The user will not be able to access, because from the administration part in BI administration, we can restrict. Here we can restrict. But environment can be open. Environment, you'll be able to open it. For example, if we go to create option, nothing can be created.
Yeah, can you expand one of the folders?
Report, sorry, which one you are expecting? Folder.
Anyone that we have a report inside.
Yeah, we have the reports is like, for example, if you want to go for work with the procurement module. In procurement module, I would like to develop some purchase order reports, purchasing. There are some data models. Data model is nothing but our queries. So when we go for data model like blanket purchase agreement, see, nothing I'm not able to view because I don't have the access, right? If I go for any analysis, there's nothing here. It is. If we log in with our people who are having the access, only the folders can be displayed here, but you will not be able to open any of these options. For example, this, if you want to go for run or something, he cannot open it. Just he can go for view the information. That's all. Okay. Now we are going to assign one role to the user. Yeah, let's log in with this where we are right now. Yeah, we hide an employee and we are working with the role here. It is. Go to navigator and we will go for our security console. We hide an employee. We want to go for assign a particular. So this is our username for our employee. I'm going to assign the role called purchase requisition. So employee wants to raise the requisition. You want to raise the request. So what we'll do is we can go for add the role. There are a couple of roles related for requisition. Advanced procurement requester is there. For every module, there will be around 6 to 10 roles. We have to remember, and it's mandatory. We must know what exactly will happen if this role is there. Okay. And if we do not have the access to that particular role, what cannot be done, what can we do? So right now I have assigned this role to the user. So whenever user is able to log in, he can open the requisitions. Our employee is going to log in. And earlier there was not procurement. Now we got in procurement a lot of documents we have: requisition, RFQ, quotations, purchase orders, receipts, and blanket agreements, contract purchase agreements. These are different we have, but we are given the permission only for requisition, purchase requisitions. Okay, so in purchase requisition, employee can raise the request. See, it is showing the error message. You are not assigned to a business unit that support requisition. It means you are not assigned as a buyer. You are not a buyer. So what you have to do? You have to go to your setup and maintenance work area and provide the data access as well as the buyer setup. Let me show you. I'm going to make Madan is an employee and also is a buyer for business unit. Go to FSM. Any setups we have to do it from here. FSM environment. Which module we are working? Procurement. What setup we want to do? Buyer setup. Nothing but procurement agent. Go to the task, manage procurement agents. I'm going to make this employee as a buyer and associated with a particular business unit. Madan Kumar, and he can raise the requisitions, business unit. And I'm going to give the permission for this employee to create a requisitions update, but I'm not giving the permission to access to other agents' documents. If other agents are already created some requisitions, I'm not going to provide. In case, if you want to give only view access, you can provide from here. If at all you want to give the permission to the employee to make some changes, you can give the full documents. So right now, I'm not going to specify that he can access other agents' documents. Yeah, he can just go for create a requisitions, not a problem. That's a simple setup I have done. Let's log out. And now Madan is one of the buyer is going to log in here. Purchase requisitions. Now, next. In setup and maintenance, you are supposed to assign your business unit access for the user's task. When employee open the particular document, what data he is supposed to access, that we have to provide. So I'm going to specify that he is going to work for US1 business unit, provide the data access. Let's go to the task again. Log into the admin. Go to FSM environment here. We can go to financials or procurement. Data access we are going to provide for the user. Manage data access for user. Who is the user? Madan Kumar. For which role? There is only one role, procurement requester. Which security you want to assign? Business unit. Which business unit data he should access? US1B. It is just a demo I'm just showing. So once with the BU is assigned, we must run one program, LDAP process. It will synchronize the users and roles information. It is going to synchronize users and roles information, whatever we have specified. We must run the LDAP process, it's mandate after we assign the data access to the user. In Oracle applications, EBS, we used to assign the responsibility. After that, we used to assign the profiles. We used to choose the name of the profile and assign the value. That is what we call it as here data access. If you are not from EBS background, no problem. You can just go for remember what we are talking here, the roles and data access. Okay. So now we are able to get this application. So two things are required when we want to work with the access. First one is a role. Second one is a data access. Role is used to access the application. Data access is used to access the data. Which data we want to go for access. You can create a requisitions here and you can manage the requisitions. Right now, you don't find any requisitions because you are not created. And you will not be able to access other agents' data also. That's what we have specified right over here. Okay. So this is about the first one, how to create an employee, how to assign the role to the user, how we can go for provide the data access to the user. This, let's say you want to give the permission for purchase order. This is requisition access. Now my client is asking, okay, provide the access to this employee to create the purchase orders. Yes, same procedure. First role, second data access. Two things we have to do. Our admin is going to log in. Where do we assign the roles? Security console. Go to security console. First, we have to assign the role to the employee. We must know which role is required for purchase orders. Sometimes if client is asking, if I assign this role, user can access 5-6 options. But I want to give only 2 options. I don't want to give the entire role. Then you have to customize the role. Or you have to go for create a new role. That also we are going to do it in our training. Now go for add role. Here I'm going to specify procurement manager. Procurement manager. So procurement manager is the role which is used to create the purchase orders. To create purchase orders here. Happen. Procurement manager. After the role is assigned, then we have to go for assign the data access. It's mandatory. Where do we do the data access? Setup and maintenance. So you are giving the permission to create the purchase order. It's okay. But for which business unit he can create a purchase order? Okay. So what we have to do is we have to go to financials, or we can go to our procurement module and do it. Data access. Now go to the task here, manage data access for users. Whatever the business unit we are working, we can choose that business unit and start working. We are working for US1 business unit. What is the username? This. What is the role name? There are 2 roles. Already we assigned data access for 1 role. Now this role we are going to use, and which business unit? US1. For example, you want to give the permission for multiple business units. No problem. You can add same user, same role, but another business unit. Like this, we can assign multiple business units to the users here. Like this, we can assign either one BU or multiple business units data access. Once the data access is assigned, we must run the LDAP process. We call it as a lightweight directory access protocol. What this will do is go to initial users and run this program. What this will do is it will synchronize your users roles information, your users and roles information. Go to submit. Mr. Madan Kumar can create purchase orders also. Madan Kumar is going to log in. And we can find navigator. Whatever we are able to find here in the navigator, same thing it will be displaying in the desktop. Excuse me. Okay. This we call it as a springboard. This we call it as a springboard. Whatever we are able to find in the navigator, we'll see that here. Go to procurement, I can see that purchase orders and purchase agreement. When I go to purchase orders, I'll be able to create a purchase order because I am already a buyer. So purchase orders can be created. It will take a couple of minutes time to get update sometimes. This is how we can hire an employee and how we can create a user account for employee, and then how to assign the roles to the user. Then how we can give the data access to the user. Data access means which business unit data they can work, either create or search, update any of this information. So it's clear, everybody? Any doubts you have, like the process of this user creation? Once we implement this application to the client, we are supposed to create a user accounts for an employees, and we are supposed to go for create roles and assign the data access to the users and perform all these activities to the users.
If after the implementation, let's say we have let's just assume that we have 500 employees that we need to migrate to the new environment, and all those roles, we need to assign them to each employees one by one, or there is a way to do it.
We got a spreadsheet option out there.
To assign roles at once.
Yes. Let me show you.
All right.
There itself. In the manage data access itself, we have an option here. There is a button here, export all data access. This is a spreadsheet data loader where we will be specifying the username and corresponding role names. Then we will be able to access from here.
No, this is exporting. I'm saying if you want to assign roles in the security console to each employees, and we have more than one employee, is there a way to do it at once, or instead of looking for the users?
Okay, you are asking about the conversion at a time, multiple users, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is right now what we are doing is one time. Every time we are trying to do. Yes, there is an option. We can go for spreadsheet data loader. There are separate templates for that.
Okay.
Yes. This is security data access some template, but we need to install the software called ADF Desktop Integrator. There is a software to work with our spreadsheet templates. That software name is ADF. Just let me try. I think in my system it's already there. There are two types of data loaders. One is spreadsheet data loader, another one is FBDA. For FBDA, we don't need any software. We can directly have the data in the templates and upload. But when it comes for a spreadsheet data loader, make sure that we have to install ADF Desktop Integrator in our local machine. Then only we'll be able to open the template.
Chandra, can you repeat that? You said that to upload to spreadsheet, we need ADF Desktop.
ADF Desktop Integrator software. Yes.
And what is the other one?
Other one is we have FBDA, file-based data import. For that, we don't need any software. For example, supplier migrations, purchase orders, invoices. This all we will be using. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We'll be doing that is a part of our syllabus, because as a functional consultant, we are supposed to prepare the migration flow from legacy systems into applications, like mapping sets and cleaning the data, and before data transfer, confirming the documents. That flow we must be clear, and we have to do it. In cloud environment, data conversions by using FBDA and spreadsheet is a job of functional. In case if they would like to keep it as technical guys, they can keep it. But most of the times we will do it, because it's a without coding we'll be doing that. But there, if the client says that yes, I want to do some validations, I would like to go for perform all the validations and other options. Yes, we have to go with the integrations. Technical guys are going to perform that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is, I think, in this system we don't have the desktop integration software. We'll see that. We can download from tools menu. There will be a software here. Download ADF desktop integrator. I have a software backup. Sometimes we don't get the access directly from here, so we can do it from. So this is about how we can give the data access to the employees and purchase orders. So the two things we have used today complete. One is FSM, functional setup manager, to perform the functional setups complete. And security console is an environment where we work with the users and role assignment to the users. These are options. Okay, these two things we have come up with today here. So tomorrow we'll be talking about the enterprise structure. That will be our final demo session. So what is enterprise structure? Before we start implementing the Fusion applications to the client, what are the things we'll gather from the client? What are the requirements? How we will be doing? So we'll discuss about the enterprise structure theoretical part, and then we'll see how we can configure an enterprise structure quickly. There are two ways we can configure enterprise structure to the client. One is through Wizard Automatic. We call it as enterprise structure configurator. That generally we don't use because it's having very limited options, which will not satisfy our client's requirement. Obviously, we have to go with the manual process. We have to build manually one by one complete enterprise structures and other options over here. It is. Okay, thank you. Let's see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time, same meeting ID. Tomorrow will be our final demo session. Day after tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting our regular sessions. Keep this video. I'll keep this video in YouTube again. You can go for it. If you look at our previous video, it's already loaded in our RTL online training.
Okay, so when we start the program class, do we do weekends as well, or just Monday to Friday?
It's Monday to Friday, no weekends.
Okay.
Yes.
And the mode of payments, are you're gonna share the accounts?
I think yeah, we have PayPal.
Okay, you have PayPal.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. That would be easier for me.
Let's have the third demo session tomorrow about enterprise structure. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.